Hey beautiful person, this is my satisfying meat pie recipe. Do enjoy. My name is Jackie, and as I'm taking you through my meat pie recipe, I promise this is really satisfying and I hope that you watch till the end. As usual, all my ingredients are in the description box below with the available measurements. So I have my butter, I do have some mayonnaise, I have my milk, and I do have some eggs as well. So I'm going to be cracking my eggs. I'm going to crack all two of them, but I'm going to be using half for the flour and then the other half for coating my meat pie. So guys, if this is your first time, I really do advise that you follow the exact procedure. I'm not talking about the recipe now, but the procedure, because this is very fast and easy. So you do the eggs first, and then you go ahead with your nutmeg. You grate your nutmeg onto the flour, and I'm adding brown sugar. You can actually add white sugar, and this is my baking powder. I always do use very little baking powder. Then you go ahead to mix everything together carefully and evenly. Over here, I cut my butter into cubes to make it very easy when I'm mixing it into my butter. Basically, butter and butter, yeah, into the flour mixed, yeah. So I'm going to leave just a little bit of the butter in order to use it to coat my pan, since I don't have a parchment paper. So this is actually unsalted butter because I don't want to, have lots of salt in my meat pie, because sometimes if you buy salted butter, it turns out to be really salty. But then if you buy unsalted, you can actually control the amount of salt you want to add. So as you can see, you have to add it until it gets crumbling, and then you go ahead to add your milk. So for both the milk and the egg, I'm going to leave some for my coating the pie. So I'm not going to use all the egg. When you make sure you're not over kneading, just make sure you're not over kneading, and then make it into a round ball just so it's easy to handle. You knead it into a round ball, and then you get a cling film, you put it right around it, and then you put it in the fridge for a while. So basically any time from 15 to 30 minutes is fine. So when I put it in the fridge, then I go ahead to get my filling ready. For my filling, I'm going to be using vegetables, that is onions, carrot, green pepper, and then my corned beef. You can actually use minced meat or any other filling that you want to your taste, depending on what vegetables you have available. So here I put some oil in the pan, and then I proceed with my onions and then the rest of my ingredients. I know it's actually easy for you to do the filling. It's basically just like a stir fry, but then you don't really have to take so much time. About 10 minutes cook time is actually fine and fair, because either ways it's going to go into the oven and then cook more anyway, so you really do not have to worry. Now everybody knows how to do the filling, so I just speed it up and then we go right straight to the flour. So guys, first we sprinkle some flour onto our work surface. This helps the butter not to stick onto our work surface. So now I'm going to be kneading. Okay, I'm kneading all together, but you can actually just divide it into two balls and then do both and then do each other separate. So I'm just going to keep quiet right now, and then you watch how I'm going about it. So now okay, wait, so now I'm getting off the crooked edges, okay, and I'm making it into like something like a rectangle, so I can use a plate or any other round thing that you have to make circles into it. So basically you have to make sure that whatever you're taking, whatever plate or round surface you're using is not too small or too big. Okay, so you saw how the shape or the size of the pie turned out. So this is what I used. I actually used a saucer. So you cut the two and then you go in with your filling. So this is where I actually keep quiet, shut my mouth, so you just use your eyes to watch the process and then you know exactly how it went down. I decided to give you a closer look so you know how thick the batter was or is, so you don't make it so flat or so huge. You see the thickness of my butter. You have to aim at letting your butter have this sort of thickness or something like this. If it's very light, the beef might just pop up from the top. Now some people use parchment paper, which is actually ideal, but if you don't have that, just like me, just apply some of the butter which I left and then you sprinkle some flour onto it so it doesn't stick onto the baking tray. Now I go ahead to coat each of the pie with my milk and egg mixture to have this very nice appealing surface at the top of the pie after it's done baking. So now we have our pie ready after 40 minutes under 230 degrees Celsius temperature. Now let me show you what's inside, and this is it. Yummy, yummy. Wow. So you can eat this with Milo or with Coca-Cola. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe and hit on the post notification bell. See you next time in my next video. Bye.